Welcome to Kabiga's Reviews, and today we're looking at Army of the Dead, the 2021 film directed by Zack Snyder and starring Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, Omari Hardwick, and Theo Rossi, among others. After a fatal accident in the Nevada desert causes a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, the government orders a nuclear strike on the city. With only hours to go, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble by venturing into the quarantine zone for the greatest heist ever. First thing that strikes me about this movie is the length. The runtime of 2.5 hours very nearly put me off before I even started. But it never ever feels like it's dragging. And it's got a really strong opening as well. It's suitably gory and sets a perfect tone for what's to come. It also doesn't waste any time getting straight into the action. There's no long-winded build-up or anything, which is great considering that runtime. There's great cinematography here. It looks simply amazing. Zack Snyder didn't just write and direct this movie, he was also director of photography, which means he literally filmed it himself. He clearly knew exactly what he wanted, and it works, and it shows, and it's worth the effort. Definitely worth the effort. So overall, it's a fun movie. It's a little predictable, but fun. And it's one of those where you just switch your brain off at the door and just enjoy the ride. I really did enjoy this. I put it in the same bunch of movies as the Resident Evil franchise, though I accept those are not all good, and Shaun of the Dead, which I know is a comedy and this isn't. So although this is different to those two, what I mean is I'd be happy to watch this again and switch my brain off and just enjoy it, just like I do those movies. Now I like the idea of not just standard zombies, these are like zombies on steroids. And I don't mean they're just jacked up, they're fast and they are brutal. And the alphas is a really great concept because they're like super zombies. They're really clever, they're organized, they're smart, and they feel as well. They're just not just mindless automatons like we've seen before. But the problem with that is it's basically just the same as Aliens, where there's a bigger, badder monster that you're unaware of. Okay? So there's even a scene that's directly mimicking Aliens on a rooftop even, if I could get my words out. Towards the end of the movie, there is almost a carbon copy of Ripley's escape on LV-426 with Newt, where she comes out onto the balcony and Bishop's disappeared, only to reappear and save them. There's almost an identical carbon copy of that towards the end of this movie. But that's okay, because to me, Aliens is one of the best movies ever. Period. That's just my opinion. It's not only a great sequel, it's one of the best movies of all time, in my humble opinion. So to mimic that and to pay homage to that is not necessarily a bad thing. So what can I say? This, to me, is basically like Ocean's 11 with badass zombies. It's an interesting twist on a heist movie. You know, the guys get recruited, they're a mishmash of characters that don't really suit each other, but each other's got their own role and their own part to play in the overall heist, basically, which is almost exactly like the Ocean's 11 movies with Danny Ocean. Also, this is set in Las Vegas, as well as that. So that's why I compare those two. I will probably buy this movie, actually, just like I've bought the Resident Evil films, and the reason for that is, as I've said before, I put it in the same category as those. I enjoy them, they're a bit of fun, you know, they're not meant to be taken seriously, and this is the same ilk, and I will buy it, and I recommend, if you like zombie movies or you like Zack Snyder, and Dave Bautista's really good in this, they're all really good in it, to be fair. If this is your bag, then definitely buy it. Honestly, you won't regret it. It's 2.5 hours, but you can put it on, and it's one of those movies where you can go make a cup of tea and come back, and you don't really miss the plot. It's not one that you have to sit and be glued to like some movies. So I will probably buy this. It's a great addition to my growing zombie Halloween collection. So what can I say? When I get to that time of year, I like to watch all these sort of scary movies and zombie movies and stuff like that. So my recommendation even, put my teeth back in, is to buy this. I'm going to score it 8 out of 10. It's a really entertaining movie that you can just sit and eat your popcorn to. So 8 out of 10, buy it. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, drop us a like and subscribe to see all future content.